Hello everyone, and welcome to the test flight of the Eachine Trashcan. I'm going to do a simple line of sight test flight now by using 2S battery configuration and also with 1S battery configuration to get a glimpse of how this thing flies and how it behaves. And at the end of the video I'm also going to include some FPV footage taken with this indoor and of course outdoor. So stick around with me and let's see how this thing flies. So I'm going to power on the quad and I'm going to use my DVR recorder here, and I'm now recording. Should be fine, and I think that this thing can arm, hopefully. So I'm going to place it somewhere level, something like that. So recording is going. Alright, it's armed, and yes, it works. By default the trash can doesn't idle the motor, so you are not going to see that, and up it goes, and feels very docile on 2S. And when I mean docile, it means that it's behaving very nicely. It's easy to control. Of course, it's really punchy and floaty, but I would have expected to be somehow maybe jerky or hard to control or something like that. So just for line of sight, it's plain easy to fly it. And if you are seeing it how tilted it is, that's because there's a breeze outside, there's a bit of wind, and it will make it drift away. Nonetheless, this thing really flies really nice. So let's do a few turns with it. Oh, this thing is so pleasant to fly with. And keep in mind also that I'm using the first level PIDs. Those are the most gentle settings that you get default from the factory, as this thing comes with 3 different profiles, and if you fly this in stabilized mode, those will impact the angle of the pitch, so the quad will be more aggressive using the other profiles. And on the first profile, this thing is really nice and you can really pack a punch with it, as you can see. Let's do a punch test. Let's see how fast it goes up. Wow, that is crazy fast. It's like having absolutely no weight. So in comparison with the Eachine Tiny Hawk, this thing is a total kind of different beast. So it barely needs a bit of throttle to float around. It doesn't need a lot of throttle, and if you punch it, it simply teleports itself, which I really like. So yes, this thing, it's really pleasant to fly. It's not a hype like some people are saying that the Trashcan may not be the quadcopter that you want. Of course, as all products from China, there are some Eachine Trashcans that were in a bad batch and had some problems with the camera, with the flight controller and things like that. But if you get one that works, it actually works really nice, really nice. I'm really enjoying this thing. So it's so controllable, so nice to play with. I like it a lot more than the Emax, I must tell you. And that's because you can recover this really fast when you need more throttle, more altitude. It responds to that immediately, so you actually can fly this better and prevent some of the crashes that on the Emax are impossible to avoid, because you need more throttle and you often get to full throttle and it will not save you. Well, this thing doesn't need full throttle to fly nicely. And if you fly it gently like I'm doing now, it also gives you, as you can see, a really nice flight time, as it's very light and having 2S configuration makes it more efficient. Look at that. And that was it. No more power. Let's try that again, but I doubt that it will fly. Nope. That was it. And it has rebooted, which means that the battery is now over. So I'm going to stop the recording. Hopefully that was saved. And it was a really nice flight. So now I'm going to replace the lipos. So both lipos are out and they are warm to the touch, and it's rather cold outside, so this thing really uses a lot of juice. And I'm going to use only one single lipo now, something like that. It will not stay there very nice. And I'm going to use that jump wire, and now I'm going to have a very light 1S, very small battery whoop, and let's see how this thing will fly. Hopefully the battery will not jump out of the cradle during flight. I hope that it will stay there. So I have video, yes, video works, and I'm going to start recording, and I'm going to arm. It's now armed. And we got a leaf in there. The leaf is out. So yet again, flies really nice, but it needs more throttle, which is weird. I'm using around 50% to keep it stable, but flies nicely. And probably it will not have that much punch, so full throttle. Yes, that's weak, very weak. So you can fly this on 1S, but there will be no more performance. It actually flies similar with the Tiny Hawk now. It's kind of the same way as it feels. It is floaty, but needs half of throttle, and there's no room for fast recovery. If you jump on the throttle, there's not much going to happen. Nonetheless, really nice to fly it like a trainer quad. So you can fly this gentle, and the crashes will not be so hard, making it an option to learn to fly this on 1S. And flying it with only one battery, it will give you 4 flights out of the box, as you get 4 batteries. And I'm also going to fly this until the battery drops dead to see the flight time. It's really enjoyable. And let's see a full tilt now. You can get some speed. The yaw authority is really nice. It's really locked in, so yaw is fast and precise. It will not overshoot yawing, which is really good, and I like that. And I'm also using the same PID profile, which is level 1, and you can see that's rather crazy fast yaw, but it's really good. And the battery has shifted in front, but it doesn't seem to be influenced in any kind of way. look at that. You can fly this like as a cinematic quadcopter. It's so smooth, so if you just hold it gently like that, just imagine mounting something like a full HD camera on this thing. That will be really awesome. And fly this gently with no crazy maneuvers. I think that you can get some really interesting footage with this, because you can fly it in really tight spaces, and you can stabilize the video on a PC or something like that in an editing software. And I must tell you that I am again impressed by the flight time, as I'm killing just one LiPo battery and it still flies. And that was it. Rebooted in air, and it's now another dead LiPo, so I'm going to stop the recording. And recording was hopefully saved, and that was it for now. So until my next review, see you and bye bye.